Hey there, Tribe, Helder here. So today we actually got a shipment of our Onnit Kettlebells in the mail, which is pretty cool. Every time we get some new toys, especially kettlebells, it's an exciting time around Natural Training Center. So I've been wanting to review the Onnit Kettlebells for a while, just really never got around to it. Finally we had ordered some, and to be honest with you, the experience was great as far as online, very simple. All the information was right there, no headaches, no hiccups. The shipping was excellent. I opted for the ground shipping because of course it was the cheapest and ended up getting it within a couple days, which is definitely not the norm, especially for heavy packages. So we ended up getting 4 new kettlebells, 2 16 kilogram and 2 12 kilogram. And actually over here I have a couple other bells that we use within Natural Training Center. I mean, obviously we have a ton of them at our location, but just to give a comparable or a comparison to make it easier for you to make your decision on which kettlebell would be best for you if you're in the market to pick one up or pick a few of them up. Right from the beginning, just like most kettlebells, or relatively all kettlebells except the competition style bells, they never seem to need this as much. But as far as these other hard style type bells, there always seems to be a little bit of a burr or something here that'll end up catching. We do a lot of catch and release drills within Natural Training Center, and it's something that I'm always looking out for, because the more that you're doing this ballistic work and this handle's constantly rotating, any little bit or any little burrs or any little imperfection will make a big difference in your training. So the first thing I like to do is get some very fine grit sandpaper. Just rip off a little piece, all right, anything that you have laying around, and just go ahead and sand the handle down. Very little, just a little bit to get those main burrs so it feels nice and smooth. Nothing crazy, you don't need power tools or anything like that. Just enough so that when you go ahead and rub your hand on it afterwards, you can feel that it's that much smoother. Nothing's getting caught. Obviously, I have a lot of black on my hands right now, but that just comes with the territory. So keep that in mind. Something that you might want to look out for, maybe even bells that you have laying around at home already, but it is something that wreaks havoc and might even impede your training. So go ahead and give your kettlebells a look, run your hands over it. If you feel like it's getting caught on something, get that sandpaper out and address the issue. So some main differences that I see with the Onnit Kettlebells as opposed to other manufacturers, okay? And nothing's either a plus or a minus. It just is what it is, and you have to take that into account when you do perform your kettlebell practice or your kettlebell training. Depending on what exercise or what type of work that you're doing, these having a wider handle, having a deeper handle might actually be more advantageous than having a shallow one, once again, depending on the exercise that you're doing. And if you do have those choices where you have multiple kettlebells, great. If not, if you only have one kettlebell and that's what you have and that's what you're going to train with, then it doesn't really matter, because the only bad kettlebell is not having a kettlebell, all right, as far as I'm concerned. So keep that in mind. A lot of hype out there, just like everything else. But find something that works for you, find something that you can get a great price on, find something that you can get great shipping on, okay? Going back to the Onnit Kettlebell, that kind of answered all 3 of them. The price was great. They're always running some kind of sale. I ended up getting free shipping on these. So that alone is it's great. A lot of times it's better than saving 20 or 25% on the initial price, because shipping a lot of times is, especially when you're going for the 12Ks or 16Ks, they're almost half the price of what you're paying for the actual belt. So you're going to spend that on shipping, so that free shipping is key. So keep in mind when you are looking around that these little things make a very big difference, okay? And it seems like Onnit is aware of this. They came into the market and they're kind of doing all the things that the other guys were kind of lagging in, because you know how it is, once you get comfortable, you think you're not replaceable, but then when somebody's a little bit hungrier than you, they come out and they start addressing issues that some of us have been telling the other manufacturers for years, all right? So far so good. And what I want to do is basically put them through a little bit of test, all right? Do a couple little catch and release drills with them, and just keep it real so that we can give a good review and an honest review, so that those of you that are watching can make a valid decision on what's best for you, okay? So let's go ahead and play a little bit.